Like
this is my original iPhone 8S.
I played the shit out of Fortnite on this.
I had so much time playing Flappy Bird on this thing.
Yeah, I want to see those.
But back to the Super Nintendo. You guys want to maybe go around the room and maybe list like a game each, you know, or something? Or
Yeah, how about I had this next? How about a favorite Super Nintendo moment or a not favorite?
Okay, let's go first.
I guess
I can tell you
will.
a horrible one. Oh, okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
start with that because I have to think for a little bit.
Oh, it's like the opposite of what he asked for. Good.
No, he said a bad one.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Any just memorable moment. It could be a good memory or a bad
okay.
memory.
I get you.
I think I've said this on something before, but like I was mentioning earlier, my dad was not a fan of video games, and I was playing, and this is where I learned not to pick third-party controllers because they'll always fuck you over. I was using a third-party Super Nintendo controller, and the buttons started sticking, and I was playing Donkey Kong Country 2, and I couldn't. It was in the when we. I don't want to spoil anything. Anyway, so the Donkey Kong Country 2, there's a part with honey. And there's like bees and stuff, and you have to jump up the thing.
Yeah.
Well, in that part, my controller was sticking, so I couldn't do the jumping stuff right. And I was crying about it. And my dad came in from another room, grabbed the controller, and smashed it in half, and then walked away.
Oh my god.
Which didn't make me stop crying. It certainly had the other effect. But
Man.
that would be a really depressing moment. I'm glad that he did it, but I wish his tact was a little bit smarter.
I think your controller may have been more advanced because maybe it was like getting some of that honey down into the button. You see?
Yeah, it's getting the effect of the honey.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, as a kid, you don't even think about the technology behind it. You're like, it just doesn't work on honey levels. Like, I don't know what's going on with this controller.
It's the honey levels. Damn it.
Yeah. So there's my depressing story.
Aw.
I guess I'll liven the mood. Oddly enough, Donkey Kong Country 2. I played it with my roommate a couple of years ago, and we would pass the controller like every time we died. He ended up taking down K. Rool. He knew the game a little better than me, but it was my first time clearing the game, and it was fun to experience like a one-player game that way, especially like nowadays. We don't really do that a lot. We kind of moved from this era of like play a game together. It still exists, but it's not the norm. And so it was fun to be able to do that with somebody around my age.
I would definitely have to say Donkey Kong Country 2. I'm just kidding. 1, actually.
Not 3?
No, well, you know what? I could say 3 for a minute. I've had a copy of 3 all my life. It doesn't save. So I've played the first half of that game so many times. But Country 1, I can remember my first time actually like fully completing that game, because the last like world of that game gets pretty brutal, and whenever you're a kid, you know, it can be hard. So I remember my first time actually beating K. Rool and being like, oh my god, and then from then on it was just like a regular thing. Like I knew like all the secrets, I knew, you know, everything about that game, so I just got to the point to where like there for a while I could roll my way through that game in like under an hour, and I was so proud of that. I don't know if I could right now because I'm a little rusty, but that was a big moment for me. It was like beating K. Rool, getting like the fake credits, and then like the second boss fight. I was like,
yeah, for me, something that I guess I forgot to mention, even though I grew up in South America, I would come every year to the U.S. for 2 months. That was my reward for getting good grades in school. My mom's sister, she's been living here in Florida for a very, very long time, so I would visit her every year as a kid. I have a lot of fond memories of going to Toys R Us, and that was me taking advantage because in South America, game prices were very, very expensive, and games were cheaper here. Especially older games. So every year I would come here and go to Toys R Us, and I don't know if you guys remember, if it was they had these stickers or pamphlets that you had to take out and then take it to the front desk, and they would give you the game there and buy them. And so a lot of fond memories of old school Toys R Us, purchasing games in there, and also renting games from Blockbuster, which is gone. I think both are gone. Toys R Us and Blockbuster. So definitely a lot of good memories of in mid '90s. Just shopping Super Nintendo games, and I do have another story, Donkey Kong Country 2 related, because that game came out. That game came out when I was visiting my my aunt here in Florida. It was around the holiday season, and I remember she had a Super Nintendo, so she gifted that to me for Christmas of '95. And then I remember the neighbors were around my age, so they would come every day to play that game. And I remember one time it was like raining, and they were just waiting for me outside. We went out for like grocery shopping with my aunt, and then came back, and they were just waiting outside there to play Donkey Kong Country 2 with me. So I have a lot of fond memories of playing that with the neighbors.
And that's the thing too, is that like I think like my personal taste, it's no secret that I would highly prefer the Genesis over the Super Nintendo, but the Spencer, I'm not even saying anything. I just said that one thing. Don't even make that face at me. Spencer's making a stupid fucking face. Now he's sideways. But when it comes to like the first party games or just games that really stick out on Super Nintendo, like the DK Country trilogy, like I have all of my original cartridges for that, for that series, because it means so much to me, and that would lead me to become a big Rareware fan, and I still have my Mario World, I still have my Link to the Past, like those games made such a big impact,
God, I love Donkey Kong Month. It's what is special.
It's not Donkey Kong Month.
Hey y'all, don't forget to subscribe to them button mappers.